I get a lot of questions from students about how to study and memorize details, such as what disclosure is required for the different types of properties. Honestly, I think there's nothing better than taking out an old-fashioned index card and writing down the basics for each type. The nice thing about writing it on cards is that it gives you a format to lay each out next to the other. That way, you can really contrast and compare one requirement to the other. The other nice thing about the cards is that it is a great tool to take with you. When you get a moment during your everyday activities, stop and read through the cards. This way, you can really start to absorb the facts. When it comes to practicing real estate, making sure that you have each required disclosure in place is legally crucial. Your broker will most likely have systems in place to help you do this. Many will have checklists that must accompany the different types of deals. This helps to ensure that each requirement is met. Also, it is more than just complying with the law. It is about doing a good job for your buyers and sellers. What if you have a buyer that owns a truck with business wording on the door? And what if this isn't allowed based on the rules of the association? This is just one example of why it is so important that your buyers be made aware of documents to accompany a sale. Avoid taking responsibility for the actual documents. For example, sale of property subject to homeowner associations require that a disclosure to that fact be made, but you are not required to provide the actual HOA documents. You should guide your buyers as to how to locate the documents, but you should not locate them yourself. Why? Well, what if you happen to locate an outdated version of the docs? That can happen. And while condominium sales do require that the actual documents be provided, let the seller provide them, or let the buyer request a copy of the updated documents from the managers of the condominium. Again, this keeps you from being responsible for any errors. You are legally responsible, though, along with your broker, if you fail to ensure that your buyer receives the required documents, so do follow through. And as always, please look to your broker for guidance on these matters.